just for info. Right, gentlemen. Let's welcome Anukap Raj. He is from Bhagalpur. His father is a teacher, earning 30,000 rupees. His mother is also a teacher, and she's earning 30,000. He has got elder brother who is pursuing his BTech. He has got elder sister who is probably married, and then he has done his schooling from Sainik School Purulia, passed 10th with 89.2%, and then subsequently he passed 12th with 71%. Presently, he is pursuing his BSc chemistry from Patna Patna Science College. It's one of the reputed college in Patna. He has been part of NCC for 2 years, and he has played hockey up to Eastern Zone or Inter-Zone competition. That is what he says around there. Subsequently, he also plays basketball and football at a inter-house competition around there. His hobby is sketching, reading, and dancing. Very unique way. And he had appeared for SSB, one FSB, AFSB. Probably he was screened out, or you are conferenced out. Huh?
Screened out.
Huh? Screened out.
Screened out, sir.
Screened out. Okay. So this is what is it. Now we'll all except for Captain Sasir and Anukap will remain in muted mode. We'll note down our observations. At the end of it, when we are trying to debrief, at that time we'll have input from all. Okay. It all starts now. It's all yours, Captain Sasir. Now it's all yours.
Thank you, sir. So, good evening to you, Anukap. How are you?
I'm very fine, sir.
Very good. What does your name mean? Yeah? Very unique name I have come across.
Following my thoughts.
Okay. Anukap. So,
Yes,
Anu means?
Following, picha karna, or something like that.
Or Kalp is thought.
Thought, sir.
Okay. So, what are you following your thoughts these days?
To prepare well for SSB, sir.
Okay. Great. Good. So, how's your preparation going?
Going well, sir.
How are you going about preparing it?
Sir is helping a lot in psychology test as well as, and I'm preparing for psychology tests like PAT and WAT. Nowadays, today only sir helped me in understanding about the interview basics.
Okay. So, what was the reason which you feel, in your opinion, that you were screened out in the previous attempt?
Sir, I think I didn't participate very well in group discussion.
Okay. So, how are you planning to overcome that and do well in yours so that you get screened in?
So this time I'm planning that I'll involve myself in group discussion very initially from start only.
Okay, great. So, what happens in SSB is once you get screened in, you have your group task,
yes,
your interview, your psychology test. Sir must have briefed you on that. Our conversation generally will be in English, and it'll be about 45 minutes to an hour duration. Should you feel like, you have to explain something which you cannot do, you can take help of Hindi, but you should revert back to English as soon as possible. And there is a water bottle and all is kept inside the interviewing officer's chamber where you will go. And it is one-to-one interaction between you and your interviewer, whoever is there. So that is how the interview gets conducted. And that is what we will do right now. Okay, so during the next 45 minutes or so, we'll be talking more about you, covering areas like your education, spare time, interest, leisure time, hobbies, etc. in detail. Though I have gained some information after going through the PIQ form that you had filled at the time of your this thing to sir, I would be more interested in knowing about you and your activities in greater detail. Suppose you tell me about your education starting from class 8 onwards and working up to your present level of education. I would be interested in knowing about the subject marks scored in various examinations after class 10, the subjects chosen for further studies, and also about your future career options. Talk about your participation in extracurricular activities, game sports, etc., and any achievements in them. Mention about the teacher that you like the most and that did not impress you much. I would also be interested in knowing about the friend circle that you have moved with, school, college. Who are your close friends and why do you consider them so? Any difficulties in financing your education and such other things? You may start.
Sir, I completed my schooling from Science School. My marks in class 8 was 9.2 CGPA. In class 9, 8.8 CGPA. In class 10, it was 89.2%. And in class 11, it was 60%. And in class 11, it was 71%. I pursued my graduation from chemistry subject chemistry, and then my BSc from chemistry. And subject I like most was chemistry only because it is very easy and is most of the things are very much factual. So only thing I need to just understand and remember those things for my examinations as well as subject I don't like is political science and most of the art subject and history as well as that because it becomes very difficult for me to remember the dates and all those other facts as well as related to the history as in political science about the articles and all those things. And teacher I like most was my math teacher who taught me from 6 to 10 because he was only from class 6. He continued to teach us class 10. It was very helpful for me to understand his way of teaching. He also used to motivate us for joint defense forces and always pumped us for doing well in studies. And every teacher was fairly good for me, and but only my PTI instructor I would say they are very harsh on us every time in PT ground as well as. So I feel PTI teachers were a bit harsh on us. They didn't impress me. And my extracurricular activities, I participated in cultural competitions, and I also tried various times for inter house uh, debate competition, but I wasn't selected because many of them other boy was there who was doing very well than me. And I also participated in games activities like basketball, football in inter-house competitions, and I also played inter-house hockey tournament, which I was captaining the team, and we won the inter-house hockey championship. We also I also played for the East Zone team and inter-zone where we won the East Zone and qualified for the inter-zonal competitions where we uh, got fourth position in inter-zonal competitions. And sorry sir, I forgot the next question.
Talk about your friend circle that you moved with while in school, hostel, college. Who are your close friends? Why do you consider them so?
My
And any difficulties in financing your education?
So my close friend is Harsh Kumar because from very first day when I came in my college, Harsh Kumar is my favorite, my best friend because the very first day when I came, he was also from Science School Nalanda, so I was from Science School Purulia. So it became a very common thing between us and became very easy for us to communicate and talk freely from very first day. And other friends as well as Bhansu Ranjan and Vivek Kumar who was also there in my batch in college. And my school friends like Abhishek Kumar, Vipul Gyan Prakash, and Ishwant Raj, who are still with me in college, in school time as well as in college also. They have been a very good bond of friendship with him. I enjoyed their company a lot. They all are very funny and always help me in studies as well as playing games. We all play together only, and there was no as far as my father is teacher government teacher and my mother is government teacher. I don't find them ever any financial problem was there for me to for studying and
Okay.
anything.
Okay, great. Now tell me how many attempts have you appeared for NDA?
That three.
Okay, what were your results in those three?
The first two I didn't able to clear it in third, even the last attempt. I made it, sir, but I was still
Okay.
out in.
So what happened when in first two attempts you could not clear it, being from Sainik School?
Sir, again, sir, I was taking lots of problem in mathematics subject, clearing that math paper because I lots of questions which was there from syllabus only, but it became very difficult for me to understand integration, differentiation. So it took me time to practice understand those chapters because lots of the questions used to come from that chapter only.
So any
And I
of your classmates?
understood things, sir.
Sorry?
By practicing a lot, when math paper, I was able to over it.
Okay. So from your batch, how many students got selected in NDA from your school and your batch?
7, sir.
7 of
From
them.
my batch 7, yes, sir.
So, and what happened to your marks in 12th standard? 10th you scored almost 90%, and your CGPA also up to 10th standard was very high.
Yes, sir.
So what happened in 12th standard?
Sir, from class 7 only my marks dictated because I put myself also in extracurricular activities. I started participating in zone, interzone a lot. Devoted more time on games and inter-house related things than studies. So it became very difficult for me to. But I started copying up. Even I started copying up with the subject later on. And even in class 12, sir, I was preparing for NDA. So it became a bit late for me to uh, gear up with the subject and topics which are taught in the class.
Okay. Okay. It happens. It is not 71% is also not bad marks. It's a good marks. So why did you choose this particular college and this particular stream for further studies?
So because I gave exam for CUET and I missed the exam for CUET that was given for the central universities. So and I qualified in this college. And subject I choose because I wasn't given my first priority that the biology. I didn't got the biology as my first subject in this college. I was given chemistry, and I really feel that chemistry was very easy for me as well as from 11 and 12 only because it was easy for me to understand the subject. So I chose the subject in my BSc.
Okay. So what happens, say, suppose you are unable to join armed forces. So what have you thought that you would like to do in life?
Sir, I will try my level best for the last time. There is no looking back because wearing uniform for 7 years, it always feels bad for wearing an uniform again. So even if I didn't able to make into the armed forces, I will go for CAPF, sir. I will
You
try for
will
CAPF. Try for CAPF, sir. Combined
CAPF.
Armed Forces, yes, sir.
Okay. So you want to be only wearing uniform, not anything outside,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Even teaching and all is a very good profession, and chemistry is such a difficult subject which you find so easy. So you'll be a good chemistry teacher.
The understanding thing is one thing, but explaining that the same thing is sometimes become difficult for me because I have taught some of my uh, kids of my house in chemistry always. They, so I found that I may be able to teach them, but I am not very best at those things teaching.
Okay. Okay. Tell me why this Russia-Ukraine war is happening.
Sir, because Ukraine has joined the NATO. That is mostly uh, it is the group of that countries which are uh, of Western strategy like UK and America as well. So in Ukraine was previously the part of Russia. So as Ukraine joined NATO, so and Russia wanted to Ukraine to stay with Russia. So the war has occurred.
Hmm. What is NATO?
NATO is a group of countries organized where they support each other in any aspect of war and any defense help support, sir. Intervention of
What
various
is the full
countries.
form?
Sorry, sir, I don't remember full form now.
Okay. Have you heard of something called Golden Triangle?
No, sir.
Okay. India has recently, started doing rupee trade. Why it is important that we start doing rupee trade?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Fair. Why did you join Sainik School Purulia?
Sir, because at that time, from where I was preparing for Science School examinations, there only most of our ex-students from that school was from Science School Purulia only. Whenever they used to come, they used to inspire us to join, and always, whenever we used to inspire that Science School Purulia must be a good school, and almost our Science School Purulia was nearer than any other science school at that time. And at that time, there was no online things, so the form used to be brought from the school to our school for the filling form, and and the son of our principal was himself was in Science School Purulia. So whenever he used to go to visit to his son, he used to bring the form from there for us to fill it in. So I applied for Science School Purulia, and my elder brother was also from Science School Purulia only. So
Okay.
it was my obvious choice for Science School Purulia.
Why Nalanda and Gopalganj is also there?
So at that time, Nalanda was not very famous because it came very late. बहुत बाद में बने वो सर. Science School Purulia was very renowned and very old high school. That's why my principal
Okay.
used to prefer that school.
So did you get preference for because your brother was studying there, or what was it?
So nothing as such. As an elder person, my father told me you also go there because you always in the guidance of your elder brother, and it really helped me, sir, because uh, when I'm in science school, they always needed someone who should provide me a good warmth there and provide me a good environment for me as well as he was sometimes also protected me from seniors sometimes, and he also guided me very well in my various things in a different field as well as he was the only reason why I started playing hockey because he was
He's
also
not
playing hockey.
joined. He didn't join NDA.
He was unable to clear NDA examinations, sir.
Okay.
But he has
You haven't
cleared
appeared
after this.
for any engineering competitive exams?
Yes, sir, I appeared for JE.
Okay. What was the score?
78 percentile.
Sorry?
78 percentile, sir.
Okay. So it didn't help you for getting admission in engineering college?
Sir, I got the chance to get in engineering college of Bhagalpur and Bhakti Engineering College where my brother is pursuing. But by that time it was very late because almost 1-2 months of classes were already happened in Science College. So I told leave it, better to leave it.
But engineering would have been a better choice, or BSc chemistry is a better choice?
So in second year I realized that I should have done BTech, but now I think it is okay, sir, because I can retain my degree within 3 year, and I can uh, prepare really well for my for defense examination.
Oh, okay. You participated in something zone hockey. What was this zone hockey about? Was it nationals or what was it? Sainik School?
Inter Science School, sir. Inter Science School
Inter?
is zone competition.
Acha, Inter Sainik School zone competition. Okay.
Yes.
And you said you came fourth. So who were the first three? And why did they come? What was the reason that their performance was better than your schools?
The team which won the inter-zonal was Science School Kapurthala, and second was from Science School Satara, and third was Science School Bijapur, and we were the fourth. And fifth was Science School Telaiya. There, because sir, I found that they were very much better skilled than us, because I found there was a rule in their school that the kids from class 6 only they were given a hockey stick and boys, and they were made to practice from classes only. They had made this trend in their school that from 6 only they have to play hockey. Hockey is their main game, but it is not in our school. In our school, it was mostly the football. In classes, we were given football. I started playing hockey in class 9, almost after half of my class was over. I started playing hockey. So in my school, the hockey was and hockey was not that a primary game, and almost in all three of the schools who came before, who outperformed our team, they had the same rule of playing hockey. They had their coaches. The hockey was in much prior game in those schools. They
So
had
your
their,
school must be doing well in football. Must have coming winners and all in football.
even not that sir, because in the zone, east zone, most of the science school are from Science School Imphal, Science Kalwa. That from northeast, the guy from northeast are very much skilled in hockey as well.
Okay.
They always beat us in.
So you tell me India used to play very good hockey. India was known in the world for being Olympic champion, and Dhyan Chand and all are called the magician. What happened to our hockey that we are unable to perform so well in international level?
Sir, near about 1970, sir, when after India won their last Olympic medal, and now India recently won Olympic medal in bronze medal. So that time it was not Indian hockey team was not performing very well at the any international level. At the same time, the cricket started gaining its priority because in 1986 India won World Cup. So slowly the viewership and the people of our India started focusing towards the shifted towards in audience shifted towards the cricket. Sir. But still hockey was performing really well, but slowly deteriorated because it didn't got proper sponsorship in 1990s and 1980s, proper sponsorship and any uh, the concern of Indian hockey team was not very good. But in after 2000 or something, the as a Odisha and Sahara and Odisha sponsored the hockey team as well as after that the hockey team again started doing well in the international level as well. And now the government of Odisha, which currently sponsors hockey team, provides lots of facilities to the hockey players. Lots of stadium have been made in Bhubaneswar and for the players. So and now we are performing very well, sir.
Hmm. The primary reason you said is that cricket, a lot of money came in cricket,
Yes,
and
sir.
our passion towards cricket became more than hockey.
Yes,
So
sir.
it actually led to a downfall.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When was the last time India won the Olympic gold medal?
In 2026, bronze medal.
No, gold.
Gold in 1971 or 72. I'm not really remember.
Olympic
Like,
gold.
yes, sir.
19?
1922 or 21.
Okay. And when did
After
we win the World Cup?
World Cup. I don't remember, sir.
Okay, fair enough. Tell me the qualities of your friends, other than they being fun and from being Sainik School. What is the quality that you liked in your friend that they became your close friend?
They are very friendly, sir, and they always help me in my studies as well. Sir. The studies because I find myself a very average guy in studies, but my friends are much better than in studies than me. They always help me in studies, and even they help me in playing. I was not a proper football player, and hers helped me in uh, learning this game. And Abhishek and Vipul Gyan, they are very good basketball players. They also helped me in learning basketball after coming out of the science school as well. So
Okay.
most of the skills I learned from them only about the game, and they also help me in studies. And they also provide me fair idea and guidance because Abhishek and Vipul has already uh, uh, has went for SSB for thrice or four times. So they also guide me in SSB as well as
Okay. Okay. Great. Well, that gives me fair idea about your education. Now I would be interested in knowing about your family. tell me about the members of your family, including your grandparents. What are their general occupation and qualification? I would be interested in knowing about the general activities, the ones in you which you get personally involved. Who do you approach for help if you have a problem or you want to confide? Mention about your friend circle in the neighborhood. How do you spend time with them? How much of pocket money do you get and how do you spend it?
Then in my family, there my father, my mother, and my elder brother, and me, because my sister is already married, and none of my grandparents are alive now. They used to be there after before 3-4 years only. They all left the world, and it is I always involve myself in family routines. Like in the morning, I help my mother for sweeping and cleaning the room as well. And my mother always told me to keep my clothing, and to I always do my own work very by myself only. So it becomes very easy for my mother for to take care of other things other than me in the house. I also help my father in because I have a small patch of land where agriculture is done in village. So I also help my father in the time of irrigation. And whenever I'm at home, I also help in because I have two animals in my uh, which I take care of them when I'm at home. Uh, for me, primary occupations for my parents and mother is both are teachers, and they they teach in primary school, government primary school. And for me, it depends on whom I prefer for help. It depends on the help I am needed. If I need any monetary help, then I always ask. I directly approach to my father. If I need any other help, like family help or anything else, I directly approach my mother. And if I need any technical help, so I prefer my elder brother for that. And as well as my village friends, so living outside for longer duration. Always, I don't have any better good friends in my village. Yes, I have my cousin brother who has been in village for a long time, and we both are of same age. So I consider him more of my friend than in cousin brother. We are both there all the time. Whenever on the vacation or any festival, I go home, I enjoy with them. I also during Holi I also I help them in their house, prepare for the organizing the Holi celebration. I also help in making the Chhat Ghat during Chhat and Diwali. I also help in decoration of the Diwali for all my household things. So I really enjoy whenever I'm festival time. When I go home at the and some things I involve myself. Uh, or when I am at home, I always do household work with my mother. I help my parents in their all the things. Uh, the last few questions I forgot.
Okay. How much of pocket money do you get and how do you spend it?
Sir, at the moment I get pocket money of 5,500, out of which 1,500 is my room rent, and 3,000 I spend on my mess charge. And this money I use on myself, like a breakfast. I make breakfast by myself and meal products, and money is being used on accessories, and rest is my pocket money which I use for me as 500 rupees that I left with me for my personal pocket money that I use for anything I want to use.
So you get 5,700 rupees and you spend all that every month?
So I keep 200, 300 rupees, but in emergency case it get used always get used somewhere.
So what emergencies? I'm
Emergencies
interested
like
to know because students, let me also know the tricks. What kind of emergencies do students have?
so whenever I'm roaming out with my friends, like after our college, whenever we get together, so we sit and have tea and biscuit after the class. Whereas, so I have to spend this sometimes me, sometimes her, sometimes any other friend. So it is like that only. And sometimes even is there any party, any birthday is there, so I have to give gifts to them, and sometimes I also give in return gifts, sir. So somewhere it gets used in there, and sometimes also mobile recharge, sir. I have to do for my mobile recharges, so it gets used somewhere there only, sir.
Okay. Well, you mentioned like you help your father in, tilling the land and this. Can you tell me like, what is Kharif crop and what is Rabi crop and what is the best, one example which grows in Bhagalpur?
Sir, Kharif crop is a crop grown in rainy season, and Rabi crop is a crop grown in during winter season, sir. Kharif crops mostly consist of rice, paddy farming, and maize. And in Rabi crops, sir, that wheat and maize. And mostly Bhagalpur, sir, the maize is grown because of maize is such a crop which can be grown in survive in less water also, and survive the uh, high heat as well as, sir. So it is grown in both the seasons. And in Bhagalpur mostly the maize is grown and wheat in winter season. And in my village, I found that most of the people now they are not growing paddy because of weather condition is not very much favorable weather conditions. They are not growing paddy crops. And the very famous uh, no, that are grown in the Bhagalpur is silk culture is famous in Bhagalpur, and mango of Bhagalpur very famous. That is Malda.
Okay. So Malda is from, okay. So next time when I come to Bhagalpur, I should ask you to get me some
Yes,
Malda.
sir.
I love mangoes.
I have my own trees, sir.
Arey, wow, very nice. So now you're making me more happy. Well, that gives me fair idea about your family and other related activities. Now, I would be interested in knowing about your hobbies, spare time interests, etc. in detail. I would also like to know what you like to watch on TV, and if you have facility to access internet, how do you make use of it? I would also be interested in knowing about your routine on a working day and a holiday.
Yes, sir. Sir, my hobbies are doing sketching and reading books and dancing. Sketching, I generally do when I get too much workload. So sorry, sir, light has been cut off.
No, no issues, no issues, no issues.
Uh, I do sketching whenever I get lots of workload. So to get relaxed, I do sketching, and I also dance. Like I put on a headphones on my ear. I know some of the good dance steps as well as so I dance alone in my room only. And I also read some of the books whenever it is available to me. Currently, I have no any novel available to me at the moment. But whenever I get available with the books and any novel book, I study read that. Uh, Sorry, sir, again I forgot the question.
Think about it. What do you like to watch on TV? And if you have facility to access internet, how do you make use of it? I would also be interested in knowing about your routine on a working day and a holiday.
Yes, sir. So, as I was from Science School, so it was very difficult for me. And currently, I'm in hostel, so I generally don't watch television. Whenever I am at home, I watch cricket matches, which is there, or any movies that is being action movies that are being given in the TV. Otherwise, I don't watch TV. Uh, I fairly use internet in a phone regularly, like lectures and preparing myself for the examinations. Lots of I also took uh, preparing myself for examinations. Lots of videos used to suggested for me. I also enjoy entertainment like watching movies in my mobile phone only, which is on YouTube. Uh, I I devote very less time on social media like Facebook and Instagram because having connected, most of the friends are not connected to me from mobile phones, so I have to use social media to connect, have a connection, to connect with them. And only